Shalom, Yashala, Shalom, Shalom. Kala Yahweh, Ba Shema Mashiach, Malak Yahushai, Wabba Kakadash, and Tazawan Kabaka Bamas Kwamba, Kamisha Allah, Habatama Kim Wakwa. Amen. We back at it with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Sirach series, chapter 32. Let's get into it. Sirach 32 and 1. All right, this is a continuation of the chapter 31. It says, if thou be made the master of a feast, lift not thyself up, but be among them as one of the rest. Take diligent care for them, and so sit down. Amen. If you ever, if I ever have like a gathering, what I'm saying, at my house, what I'm saying, and me personally in my house, what I'm trying to say is I serve food, man, right? So not a lot of people have really been to my house, what I'm saying, when I've had like some food prepared and we chill out a little bit. But I don't care who you are. You can be my parents, my grandparents, whoever it may be. I'm serving food, man. You know what I'm saying? That's me taking diligent care for the people that's going to stay at my house, man. Right? Man, if you're a master of a feast, meaning like you're the host, right? If you're a hostess, you know what I'm saying, to a feast, right? You come to my house, me personally, I'm serving food, man. I'm serving the men's food, and the women, she gonna serve the sisters' food. Follow? It's gonna go just like that. I don't care if it's my parents there, my grandparents, brothers in the truth, brothers in the world. It don't matter. Whoever it is that might be at my house, hey, I'm serving the food, man. That's all it is. It says, and when thou hast done all thy office, take thy place, that thou mayest be merry with them, and receive a crown for thy well ordering of the feast. Hey, guess what? You know what I'm saying? Your wife, she cook up the food. Food tastes real good. You serve out the food, right? You sit down, you enjoy the food, and you enjoy your drink, right? And you chill out, man, right? Right? Me personally, you know what I'm saying? We chill out on the couch, right? We eat our food, have our drink. We have a good time, right? It says, speak thou that art the elder, for it becometh thee, but with sound judgment, and hinder not music, right? So elders are supposed to be giving wisdom to our nation, right? Elders are supposed to be there to kind of share stories, you know what I'm saying, in wisdom, right? Because you got an elder, you got that one elder, he just talk too much, right? It's cool to share the stories, but it's not in wisdom. He don't know when to shut up. You understand that, right? You want to be the elder, right? Or the congregation that's going to speak, it's going to share stories and all that other stuff, man, right? So it says, pour not out words where there is a musician, and shew not forth the wisdom out of time, right? Shewing forth the wisdom out of time, right? Don't be that one brother, don't be that one sister when you're at a gathering, you're around other people, right? You just want to show how many scriptures you know, right? You just want to talk about how righteous you are, right? You want to talk about how many things the Lord have delivered you from over your lifetime, right? Don't pour out wisdom out of time, man. Right? You got to know when to say certain things and when not to say certain things. We just went into that in Sirach 31 when he told you, hey, don't stretch out don't stretch out your hand wherever it looketh, man. You want to have discernment on when it's time to speak. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to pour out your wisdom, when it's not. Right? When there's a musician, right, there's somebody to, you know what I'm saying, making the music, somebody already on the aux cord, right? Somebody already on the Bluetooth. You know what I'm saying? Just let it roll out, man. Right? Don't be that one brother, oh man, nah, I'm not liking this. Let me hop on that. Let me hop. Right? You're just trying to get into everything, right? You kind of want to stay in your lane in righteousness when you at a feast day or a congregation, right? So it says, a concert of music and a banquet of wine is as a signet of wine is as a signet of carbuncle set in gold, right? And if you don't know what carbuncle is, right? Salaki, I'm going off. See that? I'm going off, right? Anyways, carbuncle, right? No, come on, right? It's very beautiful, man, right? And carbuncle is one of the stones. Why are they giving me a hard time? Why are they giving me a hard time? Carbuncle's not blue. Salaki, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is folly. I really want to show what carbuncle is. I don't think it's blue. I thought blue was something else. All right, listen. Carbuncle is a stone, right? It's not this. I don't. Anyways, what? Okay, all right. Let's just put this away. All right, meaning, hey man, a concert of music. Let's actually get a preset for that, and I believe that's Psalms chapter 62. Let's just get a preset instead of Google. Psalm chapter 62. It's lucky where I find this preset. You better go ahead somewhere. It's lucky where I find this preset. Boom. Right, this is Psalm chapter 65 and verse number 4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even thy holy temple. Right? So let's hold this precept. I'm a precept it, right? So this is Psalm 65 and 4. Right? Let's precept that with Sirach chapter 32. Let's get that one more time. Sirach chapter 32. In verse 5, it says, I'm going to actually read both of these. It says, Sirach 32 and 5, a concert of music and a banquet of wine is as a signet of a carbuncle set in gold, as a signet of an emerald set in a work of gold. So is the melody of music with pleasant wine. Right? So when you're gathering in righteousness, right, it's just chiefly, didn't the Lord say, where two or three are gathered, I am in the midst thereof? You understand that? So let's go back to this precept. I forgot it. What is Psalm 64 and 5. Oh my God, Shalaki, I forgot it. Shalaki, yeah. Right? So, when you getting together and stuff like that, you got to treat that like that is the house of the Lord. Right? Because us as vessels, you understand that we are, you know what I'm saying? We are the house of the Lord in these last days. While we don't have a temple in the actual priesthood and stuff like that. So this is Psalm chapter 65 and verse 4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causes to approach unto thee. Right? Because the Lord chose you to come into the truth to keep these feast days. The feast days that you keeping is not Christmas. Right? It's not the New Year's, the pagan stuff. The Lord chose you to approach unto the Most High God. Right? That he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even thy holy temple. Right? So, in Sirach chapter 31, we talked about not being a niggard, not reaching your hand out first, right? You want to be satisfied with however you may be able to keep the feast days, right? Sometimes, people can't keep the feast days in this proper order, right? Everybody don't got the funds to keep the feast, right? So, however you may be able to try to attempt your best to do it, be satisfied therewith, man. Right? Be satisfied with the way with whatever situation you got going on to where you can keep the commandments. Right? Whether you with a congregation or without a congregation, you are to be satisfied because the Lord still chose you to open your mind up to keep the feast, man. Right? So it's beautiful at the end of the day. It's like the emerald, right? Which is a stone for the tribe of Judah, right? If I may add, right? Right? It's like the emerald, right? It's like the what else did it say? The carbuncle, right? Let's read on. Verse number 7. Speak, young man, if there be a need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice. Right? I'm a young man. Right? I get around people that me personally, people that I congregate with. I'm the youngest one. Right? I'm the youngest one in my congregation. I speak. You know what I'm saying? I share jokes, whatever. But I'm not the main one that's going off at the mouth. Right? I'm not. Right? If there be need of me, I speak. I say a little joke. You know what I'm saying? Here and there. Right? Give a little precept, whatever. Right? But scarcely if thou art asked twice, man. Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. That's who you want to be, man. Right? Everybody don't need to hear you just speak all damn day, right? Everybody don't know. Nobody wants to go through that, man. Right? So this precept is valuable for men, older men, young women, and older women. Right? Let your speech be short, comprehending much in few words, but as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. right? That's the image that you really want, right? Everybody knows you got the understanding, but guess what? You might have to ask before you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of ask me before I say it, right? I'm not just going to say it just because, right? Brothers is talking, and they be like, oh, yeah, what's that precept of slavery on slave ships? And here come the brother, oh, yeah, Deuteronomy 20:68. Oh, you also got Joel 36. Oh, you also got First Maccabees 8:31. Oh, you also got First Maccabees 3:41. Right, come on, brother. Like, we knew that. You just didn't even give it a chance for it to come out. You understand that? You know what I'm saying? Don't be that brother or sister. Verse 9. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. Before the thunder goeth light. Hold on. Slug it. I wanted to get a precept for that. Right? Because you don't want to just be edifying yourself. All right? 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 5. I would that ye are spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesy. For great is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he were entreating that the church may receive an edifying. That's not a precept. That's not the verse I wanted. Let me find this precept in 1 Corinthians 14. Let me find it. I think it's 11. Slacky, let me find the verse. Okay, Slacky, I'm going to go back to the top of the chapter. Right, okay. Let's go to the top of the chapter. 1 Corinthians 14:1. Follow after charity and desire the spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. Right? Because remember, in the context of having a feast day, or in the context of being with the congregation on the feast day, right, you're just speaking. And in tongues, we understand in this chapter, it's talking about, might be talking about other languages and stuff like that, right? But hey, in respect to the context of the chapter, it's talking about other languages and stuff, right? But hey, you speaking in tongues, right? Say if I'm at a feast day, right, and everybody's speaking Spanish, but I don't really speak that much Spanish. So I might be able to take out a little bit, right? But only the Most High is really going to understand what men is talking about, right? So it says, how be in this spirit, he speaketh mysteries, right? So these things are like mysteries of us, right? So the same way you pouring out wisdom out of time is the same way somebody talking to you like you speak in Spanish, right? Because you might be giving out somebody sound doctrine, and this is sound doctrine, and it's 100% truth and everything, right? But at the end of the day, right, the actual message and the actual deliverance that's really behind that is not gonna have too much substance because it's out of season, right? It says, but he that prophesieth speaks unto the men to edification and exhortation and comfort, right? That's the whole point. Whenever you do open your mouth, you want it to be to edification, exhortation, and comfort. And he that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, right? Because you're just talking to your damn self at this point. But he that prophesieth edifieth the church. All right, let's go back to Sirach 32, man. And verse number 10. It says, before the thunder goeth lightning, and before a shamefaced man shall go favor. Right? So men should be shamefaced as well. Not only women, but men as well. Rise up bedtimes, and be not the last, but get thee home without delay. Right? Meaning you can have a good time, but make sure you're taking care of your business. Right? Because there take that pastime. And do what thou wilt, but sin not by proud speech. Meaning, hey, your pastime, you might have your hobbies or whatever it may be. You do those things, but don't sin by proud speech. And For these things, bless him that made thee and hath replenished thee with his good things. Whoso feareth the Lord will receive his discipline, and they that seek him early shall find favor. Right? Because when you actually fear the Lord, you get that discipline and making yourself keep the commandments. You get that discipline and making yourself not get drunk at the feast day. You get that discipline and actually serving the Lord before you want to have your extracurricular activities. You make that discipline of serving the Lord before you just do what you want to do, man. That's discipline. He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat. Right? Because you seek the law, right? You might be going off. You're like, hold on, what's really going on? You receive it. You're like, okay, cool. All praises. Right? But the hypocrite, you don't really want the law. So guess what? You come up with fables. You come up with stories and stuff that just don't make sense. Right? And you get offended when the actual truth come out. Right? And that's a sign that you got to examine yourself with. When you start getting offended when truth comes out. It says, they that fear the Lord shall find judgment, and shall kindle justice as a light. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. A man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear. When of himself he hath done without counsel. Do nothing without advice. The Lord said, do nothing without advice. That's plain. And when thou hast once done, repent not. Go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall, and stumble not among the stones. Be not confident in a plain way. Right? So this whole chapter is going into ultimately being humble, but having discernment and learning how to judge well, like we went into last chapter. It says, and beware of thine own children. In every good work, trust thine own soul. For this is the keeping of the commandments. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment. Right? So if you believe in the Most High God, you take heed to the commandments. Period. So if you can't follow the commandments, you don't believe in the Lord. And he that trusteth in him shall fare never the worse, man. The feast days and all these other things, right? You want to use your wisdom to discern when to speak, when not to speak, right? How to use your pastime, how not to use your pastime. You understand that? How to be confident and boastful in right things, and how to not be confident and boastful in wrong things. You follow? All of that is in Sirach chapter 32, and this is one of my favorite chapters in the book of Sirach, just for me to mention. And with that, shalom and shalom.